Caller, what's your name? You calling from?
Kim Bradley, what's good, coach?
Hey, Tim, talk to me, fam.
Hey, man, real quick, man. Look, I've been listening to what everybody's been saying, man. And you got some really good points on Jake, and you're making a whole lot of sense. However, I mean, boxing, even if boxing, right? Even if we had the fight that everybody want to see, like, you can't compete with this type of battle. Like, you can't. I mean, Jake has a huge ass following, man. And that's the difference. It's like with Ryan Garcia, right? He has a huge ass following. He hasn't fought for a world title, but he has the following, so he puts butts in the seats. People come and see him fight, and that's the difference. And he hasn't even fought for a world championship. Think about that, right? But Jake, again, the reason why he's able to orchestrate these deals is he comes from that line of work in TV. He understands what he needs to say, what he needs to do to be able to get these deals. He knows what type of he knows his audience. Just put it that way.
Yeah, you do.
He knows how to rattle guys like myself and boxing fans, right? There was no other sport that Jake can attack. And it's similar to, I want to say it's similar to what Turkey Al Sheik. Turkey knows that you can come into this sport. It's the Wild Wild West. Jake figured that out. This is the Wild Wild West by watching Floyd and other guys. Me saying, you know what? I can fucking do that. I can do what Floyd is doing. Let me pick up boxing. All right, I'm an athlete. I'm gonna let y'all know he fucking sucks. He does. He sucks.
Yeah,
he don't know how to fight it. To me, it seems like he's regressing. However, the difference is that even if we had the best fights going on all the time, you can't compete with this animal. This is completely different. This is a different business model than the traditional business model of boxing. I've been telling these promoters right around. Triller came in, they tried to do it, but they overpaid. It didn't last that long. But I've been telling all these promoters, I'm like, yo, y'all need to put some of these YouTubers on the card. I'm serious. This is to bring attention to the sport of boxing, right? To bring attention to your card, right? And they're like, oh, no, we'll never do that. No, we'll never be like that. We're traditional. We're traditional. You know what I mean? We're going to keep the sport the way it is. And I'm like, whoa, dude, you guys want eyes or you don't? You know what I mean? So, but what Jake has done, if you think about this, the first fight on the card was shit. It was. But those two guys alone had over 200 million followers. You know what I'm saying? Think about that. Easily over 200 million followers. Those guys alone. So they're bringing their eyes, the people, their subscribers, the people that support them to the show, right? Then you think about the undercard. You had the Barrios fight, and you had the Ramos fight.
Well, we had
fire-ass
We had
fight.
Shushu. Shushu was on before them, I think.
Yeah, but that was on YouTube. That wasn't on the main attraction. That wasn't on Netflix.
Right.
All right. Shushu was on YouTube. I had to watch his fight on YouTube, pretty much, right? But what I'm talking about is that the main card that aired on Netflix. So you bring in that fight. That fight was fire. Okay, you got a Hispanic. You got two Hispanics going at it. I don't know what Barrios is. I think he's Indian or Aztec.
Barrios from Mexico. I think.
But anyway, he's from Mexico. But you got two Mexicans, so you bring in that attraction, right? You bring in those fans, right? Then you have the female fight. All right, the first fight was the best female fight I ever watched in my entire fucking life in history, right? That was what it was labeled as, the best fight ever. You bring them. There's more women in the world than there are men, if you really think about it. So you have that aspect also. Then you bring in the legend in Mike Tyson. Think about this, Coach. Go back. Well, I don't know how old you are, Coach, but think about this. 1970. If you could even go back 1970, think about that. 1970, 1980, 1990, 2000, 2010, 2020. Think about all those decades, right, of people. Different type of people that didn't watch Iron Mike like we watched them, right? When I was growing up, I watched Iron Mike when I was growing up. But people that know him back in the 70s, you could even probably go back to the 60s, right? They all have this, understand the mystique that Tyson brought into the ring. They're thinking back to the old Mike Tyson. They're feeling like, man, they always hearing that the power is the last thing to leave.
Yeah.
We're all thinking, not me, but a lot of people are thinking that, oh, he has a chance. He can knock out Jake Paul. We can't stand Jake Paul, right? Because Jake Paul has created, he's created hate. And you already know.
Oh, yeah.
I love hate.
Yeah, yeah.
I love hate. The more you hate me, the better I am. The farther I'm gonna go. And Jake.
The first Martian
Sorry about that. Go ahead.
So, anyways, Coach. All I'm gonna tell you is that it's smart business what Jake has done. He's changed the business model of boxing, and it's working. And that's the reason why he got so many eyes on the thing.
Yeah.
You know,
well, Tim,
as a fighter, I'm gonna tell you.
Why other I get it. It was a spectacle and stuff like that. I get all of that. I'm not disagreeing with any of that. But my thing is, why, I was always taught, let's study this stuff and see what this guy's doing. And the first thing that came to my mind, Floyd Mayweather, Conor McGregor. I'm not talking about the age. I'm not talking about the age, but I'm saying the spectacle. Bro, like to this day, me and my friends talk about, bro, I look at Floyd as 49-0. You don't get credit for beating a guy who had a 0-0 boxing record.
No, you don't.
You brought the best fighter from the MMA, and you brought him over into boxing. That's what made it crossover. That's what crossover boxing is. That's what made it crossover. And Conor McGregor sold the hell out of that fight. So you had all these UFC fans believing Conor McGregor can knock Floyd out because he was knocking people out in the UFC. So they gonna come push it. It did record numbers. Floyd ended up stopping him. And he bragged about robbing the bank. And this guy had a 0-0 record, and it was sanctioned by the sport of boxing.
Where do you think he learned it from? Where do you think Jake learned it from? Again, boxing is the only sport where you can just come in and you don't have to have experience, right? You can have one amateur fight, if not that, and just become a professional. This guy came with fans already.
Yeah. That's
the difference, man. And that's the reason why these fighters are having a hard time being able to compete with this. And you wonder why fighters are mad? The fighters are mad because they've been doing this shit since the crib. Guys like myself, we've been doing this from the crib, bro, from Jump Street, right? And we're building ourselves up to become world champions. Where you have a guy that just comes in, has a huge following, and he's able to capitalize on our sport, right? On our sport. That's what we thinking. That's how we think.
Yeah.
On the real fighters that are actually doing it, right? And so we're saying, oh, we feel some type of way about that. Well, this dude ain't fighting nobody. This dude is picking and choosing who he wants to fight. And I know your arguments, and you guys are right. There's guys that are not fighting the best guys out there. I get that. But when you have a fighter or so quote unquote a influence / fighter that is saying, oh, I want to be a world champion. I want to be this. All these claims that he's claiming. I was the fastest for 4 years. And I'm one of the best fighters in the world, and I want to fight Canelo, and I want to fight this. Like it just makes no sense. His skills don't add up to what he's claiming to be. And that's the problem that I have with Jake Paul, bro. You're not that good. Yeah, you're popular. You do great business, absolutely. Fucking 60 million homes. That's fantastic. But you still suck as a fighter, bro.
You
still suck. You will never be a world champion unless the WBC create a belt for you,
Don't rule that out.
You can't beat anybody in the top 15. You can't beat anybody in the top 15. I'm just going to tell you right now. You can't.
No, he understands that. This is the thing, right? It's something you said. People hate, whatever the case may be. One thing I do know about whether they love you or whether they hate you, they have an emotional investment in you. And I learned this a long time ago, Tim. When people have an emotional investment in you, especially if they hate you, they will go to the ends of the earth to follow everything you do, to leave whatever bad or negative comment that they want to leave, because
absolutely
that's their pleasure principle. That's how they find joy. Yeah, I got a chance to let Timothy Bradley know or Jake Paul know how much I hate him on this comment. And then they're gonna follow you wherever you go. When you got people that's emotionally invested in you, man, as someone that's on the internet every day, it's the best thing that can happen to you.
Absolutely. I mean, you exactly. Somebody gonna be on the toilet at 5:30 a.m. ready to hit your social media up with something negative to say, bro. That's dedication, right? The haters, they dedicated. I'm not gonna lie. One more thing I want to say, man, to a lot of fans that think this fight was a setup, that Jake would, quote unquote, took it easy on Mike. No, he didn't. From a fighter to a fighter, and I know boxing. I've been watching the shit I've done in my whole entire life, right? most of my life, 23 years of it, right? No, it wasn't set up. Jake was in there trying to knock out Tyson, but he was scared as shit. He was to get caught with anything. He knew what he needed to do. Keep his distance. Don't trade with Tyson. He's too smart. Don't allow this old whippersnapper to, land one of those left hooks or those big overhand rights. He was scared shitless to exchange with Mike Tyson. That's why he was getting in and he was getting out. This was no setup, people. I'm telling you. It wasn't no damn setup, because if Tyson could have knocked his ass out, he would have knocked him out. Jake, if he would have stepped on the gas a little bit more, took a little bit more chances, he probably could have stopped Tyson. Yeah. And I was expecting Jake to stop Tyson. I was expecting him. I thought he had skills enough to be able to hurt this old man, but he didn't, Coach. And many people are saying, I'm glad that he did.
You don't think Jake carried him?
Go ahead. Hell no. Jake don't know nothing about carrying nothing. Jake is, man, dude. Jake don't know anything. He don't have the experience to understand how to carry somebody. Let alone type. Come on, man. Are you kidding me? This shit wasn't set up. I don't believe what Jake is saying. Oh, I carried him. I didn't want to knock him out, this and that. No. You were scared to get caught because you felt some thumpers that Tyson was throwing. Tyson caught him one time solid, and after that, Jake didn't fight the same. He wasn't fighting the same way. He had no aggression to his game. He wanted to hit and get the hell out of the way. Hit and get the hell out of the way. And that was it. No, so the fight was not set up, people. It was not. He was not taking it easy on Tyson. That's Jake Paul. He sucks. He don't know how to fight. Fact. That's straight fact. The dude is trash when it comes to fighting. Business, fire. Probably one of the best in the business. But as far as skills go, the dude is trash.
Tim, how I got two things. How do you feel about Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano? They had at the time they fought, they had 50 million people, according to what Netflix is saying, 50 million people watching their fight, and them women made over $6 million a piece, a little over $6 million a piece. From what Katie and them saying on their Netflix is saying on the X account. What do you think about that? You don't think that's good for boxing?
I think it's good for them. I think it's good. I think it's good for women's boxing. I think it's good for them. I think they showcase and they gave an illustration that women's boxing isn't what you think it is. Women's boxing, they actually know how to throw down. The skill level now in women's boxing is up there, somewhat with the men. Shit. Serrano was in there throwing, man. She had some thumpers, bro. And she rocked Katie Taylor early on, with big shots. And it was very visible to anybody that was watching. It was a really entertaining fight. And of course, that raised the women's stature, the stature in boxing, for sure. No doubt about it. But these are different fans, man. These are casual. If they tune in and watch Taylor and Serrano do it again, that'd be great. But, if they were just on the card by themselves, I don't know if these casual fans are tuned in. Casual fans tuned in to see, because they're not going to spend their time. I don't think they're going to spend their time watching it.
No, I agree with you. No, I'm agreeing with you. If it was just them there on there by themselves, no. But what I'm saying is,
I don't, what I mean? I don't think they're going to get 50 million people on there by themselves. No way. I mean, maybe now it'd be a little different, but not 50 million.
No, they couldn't.
It's the fact that everybody was watching the event, sitting down, waiting, right? Waiting for the main event, waiting for Tyson, waiting for that mystique, waiting for that opportunity for Tyson to land something big on Jake's fucking face and knock him the hell out. That's all what everybody was hoping for.
Yeah.
Tyson sold this event, man. It was Tyson. Mike Tyson. Jake Paul did a great job orchestrating it, but it was Mike Tyson.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with that. I wholeheartedly agree. My thing is, Jake Paul thought of this idea, him and his team, to put this fight together. And I'm like, why no one in boxing thought of this? Why no other promoters or other fighters thought of this, thought of doing something like this?
Because it's not real boxing, Coach. That's why. Because it's not real boxing. That wasn't real boxing. That was 14-ounce gloves. That was 2-minute rounds. That was a 58-year-old and a 27-year-old inside the ring. It wasn't real boxing. The undercard fight, the 2 championship fights, that's real boxing. That attracted real boxing fans. The Jake Paul fight, again, Tyson attracts generations. 2 to 3 generations watch this.
Yeah, that's true.
My neighbor's 75 years old. I asked him if he watched it. He said no. But then I asked my other neighbor who was in their 60s, did you watch the fight? And they said, yes, I watched the fight. Absolutely. In their 60s. So it was 2 to 3 generations that tuned in to watch this, man.
Thanks.
Now, that's 60 million homes. Think about how many people watch the actual fight themselves, bro. Think about that. How many households? Because those fight parties all around the board, everywhere around the world. Think about that, right? But it all had to do with, again, Mike Tyson, and then you got the Jake Paul fans, and then you have the Jake Paul super haters, right?
Yeah.
That are all watching this event. So again, Jake Paul, he did a great job in selling this event. Smart marketing, smart putting Mike Tyson into the ring. But from me being a fighter, bro, and seeing Mike inside that ring, bro, and seeing how vulnerable he was, bro, it angered me, man.
Yeah.
It freaking, and I know Mike is his own man, and Mike made the decision to get inside that ring, and that's why you see a lot of fighters lashing out, man, because they're saying, yo, they got this dude in here that's been fighting for 4 years, bro, coming in, putting our legend inside the ring, bro. Inside the ring. Oh, he's making money. However, damn, and he's making that much money. I ain't gonna lie, we hating. We hating. That's a $40 million, bro. 8 rounds, 2 minutes, bro. We hating. Hell yeah, we hate. You know what I'm saying? Hey, and I'm gonna say one more thing. Man, because it pissed me off when I was watching. During that press conference, when he went up and he flexed on all the fighters, the real fighters, man, the one that's been doing it from the crib. And he was going around saying, I bet you this, I bet you that, I bet you this. Dude, do you know how much that pissed me off when he said he sit on the toilet and get up and he make more money than Shushu ever made in his entire career? Bro, that was so disrespectful to the real fighters, bro. Like, for me, I was like, ooh, I hate him even worse for saying that. That was Jake Paul's mask coming off, bro. That was the straight up mask coming off. Whether it's true or not, that was his mask, bro. He's using the game, bro, and he's using these fighters, man, to, again, get fat, to make his pockets fat, and he fucking sucks as a fighter. Sucks.
Hey, what
I would have respected him more. I would have respected Jake more, and I would have respected him more if he would have knocked Tyson out. I would have respected him more. And y'all might think I'm crazy, but I would have said, he was supposed to knock his ass out. That's what he's supposed to do. I would have respected him more if he would have knocked him out, talking about, oh, I carried him. No, you didn't. You did not carry him. You just not that good, buddy.
Hey, Tim, so, all right, so, Tim, why don't you just come on, jump on the Jake Paul bandwagon, man? Come on, man. It ain't that bad, man. Just jump on the bandwagon, Tim. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. Just jump on the bandwagon.
Jake Paul just needs to just come clean, bro. Hey, look, Jake Paul just needs to come clean and just say, look, man, hey, I'm here. I'm out here. I'm putting on these events. You know what I'm saying? I'm not fighting real fighters. Just come clean and we'll be cool. We'll let you do what you do. But don't sit here and say that you're the face of boxing. I don't want to hear that because you're not. You're not skilled enough to be the face of boxing.
Hey.
Just because you got the business aspect, that's fine. But you don't have the skills to back that up, bro.
Tim,
that's just it.
Leonard Ellaby.
As long as you come clean and just say, hey, I'm here. I'm giving these guys opportunities. You know what I mean? Some of these fighters don't have these opportunities. These women fighters, they're making more money because I'm here. But look, I'm here enjoying myself. Whatever materializes from this is all good. But I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing, putting on these large events, making people happy, bringing people together. If he just said something like that, then I'm like, all right, okay, cool. But dude, you're talking about you want to be a champion, you want to be this, you want to be that, you're this, bro. Save that, man.
Hey,
if you stop with the claims, Jake, You got my support.
Tim,
Stop with the claim.
Tim, I think that's a strategy. He know that y'all don't, people gonna be mad and hate him. He enjoys the hate. He loves it. But listen, Leonard Ellaby says that it's about putting butts in seats, the live gate, building an attraction. Those are the words that I listen to Leonard Ellaby say all the time. We know what we're doing over here. We're about putting butts in seats. We building our fighter into an attraction. When he come in town, we selling our venues, doing great live gates. Jake Paul doing the same thing. So
man,
he putting butts in seats. Look, he doing the numbers, saying this same thing. But Leonard Ellaby say now, what makes you the face? He doing numbers. He's a draw. He's an attraction. Yeah, he had Mike Tyson, but I'm just saying, it is what it is. I was at his last fight right here in Tampa, and it was sold out to all the way. From the bottom to the top, it was sold out. I don't know what numbers it did. He fought a guy that was a bare knuckle champion over there. He had a following, and he had an all Florida undercard. Most people was on the undercard was from Florida. You get what I'm saying? I'm sitting there looking at this.
Don't Leonard Ellaby wear lip gloss? He can't be trusted.
Leonard
Ellaby wear lip gloss. He can't be trusted. You can't trust anything Leonard Ellaby says. He wears lip gloss. You can't be trusted. Nope. Nope. Man, look. Ultimately, look. That's what you want for the fighters, right? Yeah. Ultimately, yeah, you want to build the attraction. And the attraction. That's the reason why I go on Tank. I go at Tank. The attraction is built. Now it's time to, man, come on. Give us the fights that we want to see. You've been building this attraction for the last decade, man. We want to see you step up and face a real top dog, man. We want to see how good you are, Tank. That's why I'm picking on Tank. That's why I say you're a 30-year-old prospect. It's because of that. Because you're picking and you're choosing, and you're fighting lighter guys, and you're putting in weight limit clause and all this stuff, man. Like, no, it's about time. You built the attraction. People come out and support Tank. Put him in there with some real competition so we can see how great he is. Just don't talk about it. Put him in there with some competition. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, Leonard, hey, I respect him. Hey, I respect you, Leonard. At the end of the day, I do, but you wear lip gloss, my guy. No, I'm not, I'm not taking that. No,
listen, man.
That's not the face of boxing.
But
just because you the highest, he ain't even highest paid in boxing.
It's about putting
He's the highest paid fighter in the game.
Oh, take the face. Listen, what they say. Well, the tank say the face.
No, I'm talking about Jake Paul. He ain't the highest paid fighter in the game.
No, he's not. He's not.
No, he ain't. So if we just go by who's the highest paid fighter in the game, it ain't him. You got Anthony Joshua. You got Tyson Fury just made 60-something million. Yep. I mean, come on, bro. He ain't the highest paid fighter. So, like, the face of boxing, you got to have the skill, and you got to be the most recognizable face in the sport.
So
that's what you got to have.
Jake the Snake?
Canelo Alvarez. It's no brainer. Canelo Alvarez.
Yeah.
Canelo go to Spain, they gonna know where he go. He go to Africa, they gonna know who Canelo is.
Yeah.
Anywhere around the world Canelo goes, they gonna know. Canelo gets paid.
Yeah.
He makes his money, man. And he got the skill to back it up.
Yeah.
And Jake Paul, if he was the face of boxing, he wouldn't be calling out Canelo.
Jake the Snake.
No, he's calling out Canelo.
No, he calling out Canelo because he wants some tough competition.
Man, stop. Stop.
Jake the Snake want tough competition. You get what I'm saying? Tell
he
Canelo.
By Canelo.
Tell Canelo to stop ducking.
Look, he wants Canelo because he knows Canelo is the face of boxing, and he gets in the ring, and he's willing to take that risk with Canelo because his checkbook his bank account's gonna continue to go up. This dude just got $40 million off the game, bro, and he did a sparring session with Mike Tyson, bro, and he was supposed to stop him. 58-year-old who had an ulcer 6 months ago, who was walking around in the cane, who barely made it into the fight, bro. Come on, man.
All right.
He was supposed to stop Mike Tyson.
So who would you rather see fight next? Canelo fight Jake Paul or David Benavidez?
Canelo, David Benavidez. Forget Jake Paul. Canelo ain't messing around with no damn Jake Paul for the money. Canelo, man, look, Canelo got respect for the game.
Yeah.
He got respect for the game. That's one thing. But hey, he's scared as hell of Benavidez. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Why you say he's scared? Why you say he's
He got
scared of
respect for the game,
Benavidez?
but he's scared of Benavidez though. Yeah. He ain't messing around with no damn Benavidez.
Hey, why you say that, man? He say, hey, so okay. Who would be a bigger draw? David Benavidez? Because again, Leonard Ellaby, I keep going back to Leonard Ellaby. Leonard Ellaby say it's about putting butts in seats. Okay, Jake Paul did, Tyson did that. Check. He say it's about the live gate. Well, they did over 18 million at the live gate. They say that's the largest live gate in the open, I think in outside of Las Vegas in America. Check. They say, doggone, it's about building an attraction. Well, Jake Paul put on a hell of an event. He's an attraction to him and Mike Tyson. Check. So if I go by Booger Ray Leonard logic, butts and seats, attraction, you get what I'm saying? Live gate, you feel what I'm saying? Jake Paul, baby.
The biggest fight to be made, Benavidez or Canelo for Jake Paul, obviously, it's going to be Jake Paul.
Yeah.
It's going to be Jake Paul, obviously.
Yeah.
You know, for a lot of reasons, because the boxing fans will tune in, and we're going to be saying, Canelo, knock Jake Paul the hell out, get rid of this bill bomb.
Yeah.
I mean, and then, you know, our Jake Paul fans going to be tuning in. Yeah, it's bigger than Benavidez. It just is. Again, I'm telling you, boxing, it don't matter if we were fighting the best. It don't matter if the best was fighting each other all the time. It don't matter. Like, you can't compete with this beast. Like, his popularity and his draw and his mouthpiece, it brings people in, bro. He is great at that. Yeah. That's the thing. We can't compete with that. We don't have anybody in the game spitting like this guy. You know, Floyd Mayweather was the last one. Yeah. Then you had Muhammad Ali. We had Roy Jones. We had Mike Tyson back in the day. You know what I'm saying? That would talk crazy and get people entertained and intrigued to see his ass fight. So it's just different, man. This is a different animal, man. You can't put Jake Paul in the same sentence as a regular fighter, man. You just can't. You know, he's on an island by himself. I call the shit that he's doing, I call it celebrity boxing.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. It's celebrity boxing. It's called crossover boxing is celebrity boxing. That's all it is. Crossover boxing, when you take the guys from different genres, whether it's entertainment, whether it's you got a big following, whether it's entertainment, whether it's MMA, whether it's basketball or whatever, and you cross them over to another sport, boxing or whatever, and you see them in the ring fighting, but they're celebrities in their own right. That's all it is. That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah. Yeah, you're absolutely right, man. But yeah, I'm the biggest Jake Paul hater, if you didn't know. And I told you why. We the fighters, we sitting back and we saying, hey, this dude is trash, and he's making all this money, and we've been doing this from the crib. And you saying, what do we have to do to be able to compete with that? I'm gonna tell you this right now. Young fighters out there, if you want to do it differently, you're gonna have to build your fan base when you're in the amateurs. You gotta build it from the crib. You know, as soon as you start at 8 years old, you need to get yourself a channel. You need to, you need to film yourself training, similar to what Ryan Garcia did. You know, that's the way you got to do it. And if you do that, you build yourself up before you get to the actual pros. Then you got a fan base that's already following you, and you'll make some serious money in the game. But that's my time. I got to roll out, coach.
All right, shout out to Tim, man.
Peace.
Yes, sir.
Thanks to the chat, man. I'm out.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Timothy Bradley, man. Yeah, man, Tim, like, Tim say he hating. Hey. Tim say, man, I'm hating. I'm mad. He making all this money. I'm still driving around the town in a Broham. You get what I'm saying? This man done came in. Shout out to my brother Timothy Bradley. This man done came in, and he's sticking boxing up for all the money. Carl, hold on. Listen, it took me 30 years. It took me 30 years to make my first $1,000. Jake Paul came in, made 40 million, fighting a retired fighter. You know, I'm sitting in a Broham. He got Rolls Royces and Lamborghinis and mansions and stuff like that. Hey, bro, listen. I feel the fighters, the boxers who mad. Hey, Jake Paul, I feel they pain. I really do. I feel they pain.
Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go. Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go.